Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and I know that some of you like to watch card making videos, and I'm getting ready to make one, so I thought, you know what, I'll just turn the camera on and show you kind of my thought process in doing this. Now, this is a card for one of my daughter's friends who I have known since they were in 4th grade, and they're now seniors, so she is a sweet, sweet girl, and I thought this would be a really cute stamp set to use, and I liked this die. Whatever this is called, whatever this is, you know what this is, a thing to make this pretty. And I'm just trying to figure out if I want to put this on here. I like this color, and then I picked out some other colors that I'd already had cut out for cards. So this is like a light blue, and then there's a dark pink and a light pink. I'm really not even sure what her favorite color is, but I thought that I would make this the base of the card, and then I think I will do a pink color that's smaller in size than this one, that I will do this embossing folder. Woo! Through. Could not remember the name of that. So let's just go ahead. Well, first let's cut the paper, I guess. I know that my card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so I want this to be 5 1/4 by 4 at least, and then I'll check that out and see if I want it any smaller. So if this were on here, it would, these don't line up exactly, or I hate it when that happens, so let me just trim this a little bit. So I'll make it a little bit smaller than what it was, but I can't stand it when they're not exactly lined up when I'm trying to work with it. So there's that, and then if I put this on top, I need this to be a little smaller for sure, at least this way. I'm gonna go ahead and whack off that much, and then I'll whack off a little bit more on this side, and we'll see how that looks. Yes, that's more what I'm looking for. And then I think, well, I'll keep my cutter out, because I think that I'll do a piece of the dark red on top of that, or the dark red, the dark pink on top of that, kind of like this. So I might need it about that long or wide. I'm just going to do kind of multiple layers on this because I think it'll be pretty. That, and then I'm going to do another layer of this. And then I will do a piece of white so that I can stamp on that. That, and that. And then I will stamp on a piece of white that I will cut down to size. Let's see if I have some scrap over here. Of course I do. So let me just trim this down to size. I don't know what size I need it. I guess I shouldn't be eyeballing this one, should I? I need this one to be about there. And then And I'm sorry I'm not giving you directions or like dimensions. It's just because I really don't know. I'm just cutting it to make it fit. And you know, that's kind of what you have to do sometimes. So there we go. Now, whoops, I think what I'll do is I will run this through the embossing thingamabobber, my Cuttlebug. I'm going to run this light pink through it, and I'm just putting this paper inside, closing it up, pushing out my B or C, and I need my B, so changing the little things on it, and then I'm just going to run this through. And then voila, like magic, those flowers are on here. It's very cool. And so let's see how this is going to look. It has the mintish, bluish paper, then this one. Then we'll do the hot pink, and then the blue, and then the white. And I think I'm going to do this hot pink as well. Run this through the bug. So then now it's going to look like this, and this, and this, and this. And I think I will do this one in the flower as well. Gives it some dimension, and it's just kind of pretty. Okay, so then now I'm going to put this embossing folder back in here, which I should probably just put it with my other embossing folder, so I'll always have it at the ready with my other ones, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay, so I need some good ink. I have this basic black, but I think that runs. And since I'm going to be coloring these, I don't want them to run. So I'm trying to find some better ink. Ooh. Oh man, I broke my fingernail. Oh, that's such a bummer. Wah. I think I'm going to use this bow though too. Man, that's a bummer. I really love this manicure. I just did it too. And I love it. It's like a Lily Pulitzer one. So I'm just gonna have to try to fix this somehow. I might just go ahead and trim it off just a little bit so it won't be so pointy. So hopefully it won't like snag on anything. There. That's not so bad. Okay, so let's go back to looking. Maybe I could just emboss it. I have some embossing ink. And I have black embossing powder. So let's do that. Oh man, I almost made it too small. We'll make it work though. When you're using photopolymer stamps, it's best to have something that you can stamp onto. I'm just trying to find the best block. And this one looks like it will do just fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? Never mind. I'm going to use my Misty in case I need to do it more than once. Oh, I always forget about my Misty, but I love it. I'm so glad I remembered before it was too late. Okay, so for my Misty, I take this and then I'm going to put the paper down, and I do not have to use a pad for these. And then I'm just going to take these magnets and stick them on here. And then I'm going to put this, oh, you know what, I'm going to move her up just a little bit so that I can put this exactly where I want it. And push this down, and then it'll pick the stamp up, and then I will use my pad and put it on here. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stamp it first with this black ink. And if I don't move her and I don't move the paper, then I know that every time I stamp, it will stamp perfect. So I hope that got it on there. If it didn't, we'll figure it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp this down. And then lift it up. And it did a fairly good job. Not fabulous, but fairly good. And then instead of moving it, I'm just going to clean it off with a baby wipe. Or actually, I think I'll just use half of a baby wipe, because I'm frugal Franny. And then I will do the same with my embossing ink. Let that dry. Oh no, it lifted up on my embossing ink. Wah. Well, crapola. The good news is that I did put this down in black, so I might be able to line it up myself. I hope so. So now let's just push it down. I don't feel like it got very much embossing on it. Dagnabbit. I have a glue pad here. I'm going to try this one. Okay. Hopefully this works, folks. Sorry if it was off screen. Okay, I don't know. That's probably the best I can get it right now. Let's go ahead and see if I got anything on it, and then I need to clean that off. I'm just going to take a card that I have sitting here and pour this black on it. And I'm crossing my fingers and crossing my toes and holding my tongue just right that this got the glue on it. Oh, and it actually looks like it did an okay job. I'm just getting all of that embossing powder off. Ooh, and there's some that's still... Yeah, that didn't do too great. But I might be able to work with it. You know me, I like to try to make things work. That's part of the fun of crafting, is making sure that you fix all your problems. And really, there are no problems in crafting. It's just figuring out how to fix it. Now, that's not entirely true, because sometimes we all know that there are some problems, but I don't know if this is fixable or not. We'll give it a whirl. I mean, the worst thing is that I would have to waste a piece of white cardstock, which is not a big deal at all. I just don't want all of this embossing powder to melt and make it look all crazy. I might just try to melt it and see how it looks, because I don't know that I'm gonna get much of these little stringers off. Okay, so let's just melt this puppy and see what we get. I have a heat gun here, and pardon the noise, it is quite loud and it gets quite hot, so I'm going to hold it down. Okay, let's see how this looks. I'm not loving it. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. This time I'm gonna use a bigger piece of paper, and then I will cut it down to size. Okay, and I'm going to wipe this glue off. I'm going to stamp it with the black first, because I kind of like, because sometimes the black embossing powder doesn't stick to it very well on all areas. I don't know why, but I've experienced that in the past. So I'm thinking that if I put black ink down first, it will allow the spots that don't get embossed well, it will at least have some color. That's a much crisper, cuter image. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's take, I think I still liked the glue. The embossing powder is kind of, this is a Close to My Heart brand, and it's kind of a hard one to stick. I almost wish the lid wasn't on it. Oh, I can take the lid off. Maybe I'll try it that way and try to. Man, I don't want it to pick it up, and I think it's trying to again. Dang-nabbit. Oh, it sure is. This is killing me, Smalls. Stop picking it up. I don't know. Third time's a charm, right? This is stamping for real, people. Stamping for reals. Yeah, it's like all a mess by the dogs. Do not like it. Do not like it. I can tell you already, I do not like it. Okay, here we go again. Third time is a charm. Yeah, that embossing powder is kind of nasty. Okay, so black ink, where are you? Right here. Maybe I should just color it in black ink. If this one doesn't work, that's what I'm gonna do. Cute. Step 1. So far, so good. Step 2. I might need to refill my glue. But I'm not doing that right now. If this one doesn't work, I'm just coloring in the bad boy with some markers. And I really don't know if it worked or not. Grr. That's the thing about the glue. You can't see it. And I like the embossing powder because you can see it. Well, that actually looks pretty darn good. Whoo-wee. Okay, now okay, if you leave it on any particular area for too long, it will burn the paper. So you've got to be careful. So yeah, this image looks a whole lot better than this image. And this one you can see the blue around the dogs. So that would be a hot mess too. So I'm just going to rip that one off because those are both trash. And then I will cut this one down to the size that I need, which I don't exactly know what it is, but it's approximately this size. Only a little bit smaller, so I'm going to try to center that up a little bit, and then I will cut a little bit here, And then I will cut on the other side, probably right there. And then I need to cut this bottom. And then I need to cut this top. And I know that they were really close, so I just did it tight. And that works out perfectly. And then I can get out my markers and I can color her whatever I color her. But first I want to clean off my stamp, because I know me, if I don't do it now, I will forget that it's on there, and the next time I go to use this, it will be a mess. So I'd rather just go ahead and get it clean now. That glue is sometimes hard to get off anyway, so I want to clean it pretty immediately afterward, because that would just gunk up my stamp. It'd be nasty. There we go. So that's good. And then I'm just cleaning off this window with my handy dandy baby wipe, and that's good. Now I did buy some cleaner for this when I bought that Misty, and I will use that when I want to clean it really well. So now I will put this back on. Oh well, it's not exact. That's okay, whatever. I don't really care now that I have this done. Okay, and so I need to get out my coloring markers, and I have 2 big bags of these. You guys have probably seen me use these before. These are the Touch 5 markers. I have some Copics and I have some others I can use, but these are so handy, and I have every color, so I really kind of, these are maybe my go-tos actually, which is kind of weird since I have the Copics, but I really like these too. So I don't know if you can even see my coloring girl, because I have so much mess on my desk. Let me just... try to move some of that. Good grief. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. I think that you can. Oh, there. Maybe that's better. Okay, so I am going to... So my colors are like mint, pink, and let's see. That's kind of a green color. I don't like that. I want like a really light brown color. That might be too dark, but that might not be too bad for some of it. That's a pretty color. Yeah, I think these colors will be good. This looks like my lightest color, so I'm going in and coloring her skin. And the cool thing about the embossing powder is once you've embossed, you can color right over it, and the color won't stick to it. And it kind of gives you a nice line to follow so that you don't get stuff where you don't want it. And then I'm going to go over it with a little darker color. And And then maybe just a little darker still. And then I will go over it with the lighter color again. I'm just kind of blend all those colors together. There we go. And then I'm going to make her bow a bright pink. Like this color. Yeah, I think I like that one. And then I might go around it with this. And then I'm going to give her dark hair, not black, but dark, like that. Oh, this is cute already. Okay, so then now I'm going to, I think I'm going to try to take a lighter color and see if I can go in with a little bit of light to lighten this up a little. I don't know if it'll work, but I don't want to really lighten it up. I just want to give it some highlights, which maybe I should have used a lighter color first, but you know, you live and learn. I guess I could use a blender pen. I think that this came with one of those. Colorless blender. Okay, I think that's pretty cute. And then I think I'll make, oh, I shouldn't have put those colors away. Oh, I think that these are them. I should make her dress pink also. And Aubrey's birthday is tomorrow, so I want to get this done today. Oh, I think I want to do that in black. Or, yeah, black. Making their leashes black, and I'm going to make this little dog's bow match her bow. And I'm going to make her I think I'll make her like a gray color. And I might just give him some spots. And he has a bow on. I didn't really realize that until just now. I'll do her ears. I'm just trying to blend this in a little bit. I might need one more color. That one's too dark. That one's better. Ooh-wee, that's a lot darker than I wanted it to be. I was going to give him spots, but it looked kind of dumb, so I'm just going for another gray. I think I'll make him, goodness, maybe I'll make him like a chocolate gray. Where's a light brownish color? And then I need to do his ears in pink also. And then go over him with another lighter gray. The mailman is here. Well, they ended up being almost the same color anyway. He might be a smidge darker, but that's okay. I'm going to use the black, if I can find what I did with it. Oh, I put it here. Use this on his bow. And I'm really not fond of that color on her dress. I'm kind of wondering if I can mute it a little bit. That might be a little better. And then I should maybe do some little cheeks. Of course, I don't remember what color I did those in. That looks better. I kind of got outside the lines. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, and then I think what I'll do is take the silver . Go over the bow like that. Okay, I think I've done enough damage to this. Okay, so let's put these away. I did do a video about the Touch 5 markers, so if you search my YouTube for Touch 5, you should be able to find it. If you have any questions about where I got them or what they do or any of that, they're alcohol markers and they are very nice. Okay, so now I'm going to take my double-sided tape and because this is embossed, I'm going to go over all sides because sometimes they don't stick very well when they're embossed. And then put this one on top. I was looking at it to see if I thought I wanted to do dimensionals, but I do not. I just want it to be flat. Oh my goodness. See what I just did? Oh, thank goodness this tape is a little forgiving. Ding bat. I always tell my card class to be careful of that because it's easy to do. That's pretty cute. I'm liking that. And then I have this stamp set that says Sweet Wishes. I think I will put that on there. So for this one, I will just use that black ink. Oh, oops, I did it upside down. I'm doing it upside down again. Sweet Wishes. Okay. Just inking it up real well. And then I'm just going to kind of put it in the middle, just kind of eyeballing it. Sweet Wishes. And then there should still be enough cleaner on this stamped scrub. Indeed there is. Put my black back. And put this back. And then I also need to put this back. Okay, guys, I think this is the card that I will give to her. It's very cute. Sweet Wishes. And then I want to put a bow on it. I almost forgot, but I want to use this. And what color bow? I guess I could do the hot pink color. Need to cut 2 of these. This is the Stampin' Up! Bow Maker punch. And I really don't even remember how to do this. But I think it'll come to me. Oh yeah, okay. So I need glue dots. I need to put a glue dot on here. And put these 2 sides together. And a glue dot on here. And put these 2 sides together. And then a glue dot on here. To put these 2 together. And then a glue dot on here. And on here to make these go together. There we go. And then this one is an extra piece. And then this can go wherever we want it. And I think I'm just going to put these on the back. right underneath the bow. Like that. And then I will put a dot there, or a dot there, and a dot there. And I will put this down here. And there we have it. There's my finished card. Sweet wishes on the inside and then this on the outside. I think that's adorable. Okay, thanks a bunch for watching. Talk to you soon.